Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Core Java session. Yesterday, we have started. Actually, we are in the topic chapter Java.lang package, and we have completed a couple of methods in Java.lang. After that, we have started interning of string. We are into string class. We are trying to understand the behavior of string class, the string constructor, and the method available in string class. So we understand in previous session what is interning of string and what is string constructors. Okay, then we are into the method. Yesterday we have seen couple of method, right? Like equal ignore case, right? Then the substring, right? Char index. Okay, these are the method we have seen. Now today we will see some more method. Okay, these all are very important when we are working with real time. Otherwise, what will happen? You have to supply some operation, but you don't know how to apply that. Then you have to write your, then it will be headache for you. Okay. So now next method is replace method. Okay. Now next method is replace method. Okay. This replace method. We'll see programmatically everything. Okay. Now we have this. Let me open one test class. Okay. This is already your test class. Okay. Yesterday we have seen this program, right? Substring, right? Okay, now come down. Let me comment this sysout statement. We don't require this. So let me run first whether any other output is coming or not. Yeah, no output is coming. Come down. This is normal our test class. This is main method. Other things are commented, so no need to worry. Come down here. This is our playground. We will play here. Okay. Now I have some variable, right? Let me take some variable already. If any variable s is exiting, it will give error. So we will use some other variable. String s2 we will take. Okay, it is fine. Now I have some character in this. Let's say I have character xy. Okay, this way I have the character. I want to remove some character. I want to remove some character. Okay. Then what is the then replace method will come into picture. How system dot out dot println, system dot out dot println. What is the variable name on what is the string which on which I want to apply this replace method? S2. So I am using this S replace method. Okay, replace. What I want to replace, I want to provide this information. Okay, I want to provide this information. What is wrong? Save this. Why run? Hmm. That is what I need to pass some value. So I am giving some value. Okay. I want to replace x by y. Okay. Now what will happen? The output. See the output. X are replaced by y. Whatever you want to replace, we keep here. What you want, keep in right side. If I want y, if I will keep x here, so all y will be replaced by x. So don't think this is one liner. So why it is important? Tomorrow in your requirement, I was showing you some diagram, right? Yesterday. In your code, this will be your code. This will be your backend code. It will maybe 1,000 line of code. I am telling you at 1,000 line of code in some method, you are trying to use some logic. Means you are getting some data from database. Here you are some operation of database operation. You have done some SQL query. You have done some SQL query. You got some result, and you are holding that result in where country code, something like this. This is the variable which is holding the data. Then what will happen? You want to remove some data. Okay. Something, let's say now some code is coming. Let's say some code is coming. Some variable. let's say bank account number is there. In bank account number, some variable one value is there, XXX, and this 12456. Okay. Now your requirement is in this bank code. In this bank code, your bank account is existing. You but where if you remove the first three character or you replace with X with something zero. Okay. Okay. Some combination is there. You want to remove this, some requirement is there. Okay. Some let's say some value is there. XXX 123. So what is your requirement? If you remove the first three character, then you will get the bank account number. That is your requirement. Okay. That is your requirement. So, okay. So what you will do something like this, right? Whatever the X is there, replace with by 0. So now you are getting some number, right? Something in that way you have to think, not like that. What is this one method? What is the purpose? What is the use? Not in that way. Okay. No. So this is your old character. This is your new character. I want something in lowercase. I want something in lowercase, right? Let me give some variable string S3. Already we have done this. Let me hide this sysout statement. S3 equal to what? S3 equal to S3 equal to something is coming in capital. Kunal Kamra. Very popular today, yesterday, right? From last few days. Let me lowercase this name. Kunal Kamra. Okay. Now, how I can copy this sysout statement. Copy this sysout statement. Paste here. Paste here. I will use this here. Copy this name. Okay. Now what is my variable? Remove this line. We don't replace method, right? We want to do something on lower case. Lower. See, lower case is coming, right? Lower case is coming. These are methods. Lower case, two lower case, last index of something, right? Now I will use this one. I will pass I will lower case, simple. What will happen? See, capital will become small letter. Hope you are getting. This is the result. Lowercase, right? Similarly, uppercase. I want this S3 itself. I make it lowercase. Now I want to make it uppercase. Eh, I will use same S3. Uppercase. Oh, sorry. Two uppercase. Two uppercase. Now run this. First, it will become capital to small letter. So this is the output. After that, we are changing to uppercase. So this is the output. Hope you are good. Okay. Now to trim something important, very important method. Let me remove this. Let me remove this. I want to trim something. I want to trim something. Trim means to remove some blank spaces, right? To remove some blank spaces at the beginning or at the end. Your requirement is something like that. You are reading some file. Now think in that way. DB call, API call is there. But apart from that, you are reading some file also. Anything will be there. This is your code. This is your project. In your project in that way, you are reading some file system. This is your file system. This is your file, some file name, bankfile.com, bankfile.txt. This is your file. Now you want to read this file. Think in that way. You want to read this file. In the file, some documentation will be there. Some 1, 2, 3 space, then X, some XXX, then some bank account number. Okay, then space. It will be like date 27/03/25, right? So there will be some specification that first three character meaning means these. Last after that there will be some space, right? If by mistake if this same line is copied, copy here, paste here. Instead of space, uh, in second line there should not be any space. You should consider this space also, but there is no value. So this value is giving you error. At that time you want only this part, right? This part. But with space, when you are reading, this space is coming. The space is coming in your code. How to handle that space? Let me come here. Let me take some variable string. S4 is coming. That value is coming something here. Space in the end, space in the beginning. But we don't want this space. Space is going to give problem, right? Space is going to problem. So what we will do? You want to remove the space from top, front and beginning. Okay, now enter here system.out.println. System.out.println. On top of which I want to apply S4 is the variable. S4 is the S4 is the variable. On the top of these, I want to apply. See, this many methods are there. Char, code point. Some suggestions are coming this time. Index of intern is empty. Very important is empty. Every method is very useful. Length, replace all, replace fast. You should know when to use, what to use. Now we are going to see trim, right? We have seen two uppercase, two low, two string, lowercase, two character. Now trim. Important method we are seeing. Trim. What is the purpose of trim? To remove the blank spaces at beginning and end of the string. So can I use trim? Trim. Can I run this? Run as Java application. In our string, if you see, there is space in end, but you are not able to observe. But you are able to observe space was there, but there is in output, there is no space in front of X. Okay. Let me keep my cursor right. It come down, right? See, observe this carefully. My cursor is before X. Right. It is going to next line. It means space is not there, right? So we have to be very much careful while such kind of operation when we are reading some file. Because the example I am showing is just one liner. There may be line, there may be 1000 line will be there in your file, and there may be huge number of characters will be there. Then you have to take care what to read, how to play with the content of the file. That we are going to see in file system, how to read. Till now we did not started file system. But when you know the string concept, string trim, lowercase, uppercase, then you will apply these methods on the file system. Now, if you don't know string and you are learning file system, what you will learn? How to create the file, how to read the file. Once you are reading the file, then you have to apply logic na. Such kind of logic that is coming from where string. Okay, everything is connected to each other. Now, next is what? Int index of. Next method, let me comment this line. Let me comment this line. Int index of. This is the method name. Save this. Come here. Public index of is there. It return index of first occurrence. What is the method name? index, index of is the method name. What it will do? This method, it will return index of first occurrence. Okay, now let me take some variable. Okay. What is the method we are trying to use? Try to observe. String s5 equal to string s5 equal to Amit Kumar. Some name is there. Amit Kumar is there, right? Now try to observe. System system dot out dot println. System dot out dot println. Now we are applying what index of index index of see coming, right? What is the suggestion it is giving? Index of it may take int, index of it may take string str, index of it can take int ch in front index. Means what does this mean? There are four index method. What you know from oops concept? These are overloading. This is something but overloading. First method index of is taking one parameter int. Second method is taking int of string str. Another method taking two parameter. First is int and int. Fourth method taking string int. So you are able to relate with your oops concept, right? Okay. What it is going to return? See, example is also there. This example is also there, right? Now try to understand. Index of what? Let me give some I. Index of, I am giving some I in single quote, I. Let me run this program. It is at 2. What does this mean? 0, 1, 2. I is at what? 2 position. I is at what? 2 position. I is at what? 2 position. Now, tell me guys, any character is there? I other than Z I am using. Any character is there in this? No, right? It will, what it will give? -1. Okay. If the character is not available, it will give you -1. If the character is available, it will give you that particular index. Till now you are good, right? Now come down. This is index. We have last index also. Okay. Let me apply that same to here. What does this last index of will do? Try to observe. Can I use LST and make this I? And I will use here A. Save this program. Comment this line. We want to understand what is last index of. Run this program. What is coming? 7. Right? So what it is returning? Last occurrence of specified character. Read this. A was 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th position A is there, right? Let me add one more A. Amit, make it Amita Kumari. I will make this Amit instead of Amit Kumar. I will make you Amita Kumari. Amita is also good name, right? Okay. Now try to observe. How many times A is there? 1, 2, 3. If you have confusion in uppercase and lowercase, that's why I added one more small a. Now read 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 position A is there, right? But there is also this edge is A, but what it is giving 8 position means what is written last index means last index at what last index the value is there. That is going to return the value. So this index number is what? 8th index. Till now, you are good, guys. Now, now try to observe. You have seen important methods in string. No, we have seen two methods, right? Sorry, two areas. We are seeing two areas, right? One is heap areas, one is string constant pool. This is heap area, this is heap area, and this is what string constant pool. Okay. Some data will be there in your code, and at the time of runtime, there may be change in the content in those objects. So what will happen? A new object will be created. Let's understand what I'm trying to show you. Then we will see diagrammatically, and then we will understand, okay, theoretically. Now, I am using one main method in another class. Try to observe. Good concept. Public static void main. Public static void main. String args of array. Let me try to run whether this class is going to run or not. Perfectly fine. Now I am having some variable string s1 equal to Amit. String double quote is required. Amit. I am having one name Amit. Now I am changing the data uppercase and lowercase. Now try to observe. We have already done uppercase and lowercase, but try to observe the concept. I am doing s1 dot to uppercase. Suggestions are coming to uppercase. Okay. I want to hold some variable into return type. Alt Shift L. It is going to give some variable uppercase. Okay. I want to do uppercase. Same S1 to lowercase. To lowercase. Lowercase. Method is coming as a suggestion. I want to return Alt Shift L. Automatically some good variable names are coming, right? This is the benefit. Sometime whatever the functionality we are doing, based on that, variables names are created. Now let's compare system dot out dot println. This is one sysout statement. Copy this, paste here. Okay. Now let's compare uppercase is equal to lowercase or not. Okay. With this S1 and S2. I am using S1 double equal, paste here, and I am using S1 double quote. What is the other variable? Lowercase. Now we will run this treatment. Try to observe the purpose. What is coming? S1 equal to S2. One second, guys. This is uppercase, this is lowercase. S1 is what, Amit? I am doing S1 uppercase, then keeping this variable in uppercase, then fine. This is one variable, this is another variable. Let me save this. Something, what happened to the static void main? This is Amit. This is also false. This is also false. Now try to observe. The concept is what is our content, guys? S1, right? Now think in this way. This data will be available where? This data will be available in string constant pool. This data will be available in string constant pool. Okay. Now, whenever we are doing any changes, okay, in runtime, there is change in the content. Okay. Where I am doing the changes, I am applying the changes na to S1. Okay. Where it is storing in this line. I am applying the changes in runtime. So this changes is going to store where? This is going to store where? Here, heap area. The concept is this. Are you good? This is going to store where? That's why when I am comparing S1 with uppercase, why it is coming false? Ideally, because both are different object now. One object is created here and another object created here. Ideally, string S1 equal to something when we are doing, where we are creating the object in string constant pool. But at S1, where we are changing, doing the changes in S1 in runtime, when this is going to reflect when I am running the program, it means at runtime. Okay? Now, 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 try to observe. So this is what we are doing changes. So two objects are created. Okay? Now, hope you are comfortable with this explanation. This is the variable for this, and this is the variable for this. So both are different now. That's why the output is coming different. Now, 1 minute, guys. Just give me 1 minute. Now, let me remove this. Now, S1 dot toString. I am giving S1 dot toString. Alt Shift L, or better, I can use this or I can directly use to print this system dot out dot println. Either we can use this inside this to print this variable, or directly we can use this one and use here. Okay, now Amit is coming, right? Amit is coming. Now S1 dot S1 double S1 dot S1 double equal to string. What is coming, guys? What is coming, guys? True. True. In this case, the content is same. Are we doing any changes? No, we are just doing toString, something. So if there is no change in the content, no object is created, it means. Means what happened? This line come to string constant pool. What will happen here? It is already there, right? It is already there. String S1 equal to 1. Fine. What I am doing is next line S1 dot toString is doing. But both are string variable is created. Let me give you S2. Better you will understand in this way. I am not doing any changes for S2 this time. So that is why S1 and S2 both are same. Means S2 is going to create here. S2 is going to create here. And it is going to point where? This object only, which is having data what? Amit. Okay, now. Hope you are good. Okay, now. The next topic is interview question. Interview question. How you will create, how you will create, first of all, what is immutable class? What is immutable class? Interview question. How you will create, how you will create, how you will create your own immutable class. These are the two questions. Commonly asked question. Okay. What is immutable class? What is immutable class? Whenever we are we a created object, right? We cannot perform any changes. That is the first thing. Immutable, we are not able to change any existing object. If we are trying to do so, a new object is created. Okay? So once object is created, we cannot perform any changes in existing object. Existing object. Okay? Any changes leads to create new object. They will ask you, is string is immutable or not? String is immutable or not? Now you have to think on this based on our explanation, and it's your homework to observe this by your own. String is immutable or not? They will ask you. They will ask you string question, interview question. They'll ask you string is immutable or not. Now think, whatever we are doing, now you have to think in that way and you answer yourself. That is homework for you. What is immutable class? Once object is created, we cannot perform any changes. If you perform any changes, so try to create string object based on this definition. Try to perform any changes in the existing string object and try to compare the objects. Try to compare the objects. Try to compare the objects and then see if you are doing any changes. We have seen this in example. These are the example where we are doing changes or not, where we are doing changes or not. This is something changes. This is string class. We have done lowercase, uppercase also. Hope you understand whether the objects are creating or not. See, this is the example, na? This is S1 is string of string something object is created. We are doing something on top of this uppercase, lowercase, right? Same way, use new keyword. Try some apply your brain logic and think in that way. Whether the S1 is equal to S2 or not, in that way, then you will understand in deep. But now what is the concept? What is the concept? They will ask you the question, is string is immutable or not? Then you have to answer, right? What is required to create a immutable class? Whatever required to create immutable class is string is in that format or not? You have to think in that way. Then if you understand this concept, then you can able to answer this. Or you understand this string class, whether it's C, Control Shift F, Control Shift H, string, right? I think I have showed you yesterday also. What is this string class? Final, right? What are the variable here? Private variables, right? It means string is immutable, right? Okay, now try to observe. Because string objects are immutable, they can be shared. Who is making this? By using this final keyword, by using this private keyword. Right? Now try to observe how we can achieve. You will see that. So, how to write an immutable program? For example, if you want to write some immutable program, okay, now I am removing all this thing. I don't need this. Save this. Tell me, first of all, the class should be final. The class should be final. Small f. Final, right? Then the variable I am using, it should be what? Private. I think we have seen somewhere earlier. If not, that is fine. Now this is a private. Can I have one constructor? How to create constructor? Alt Shift S. O. Generate. Parameterized constructor is generated. Whenever you are doing something, every time your brain should ask to yourself, why we are creating constructor? What is the case? Okay? Why this? Why this? Why this? Then if you keep on answering with answers, you're typing, then you will recall everything. Okay? Now. You have to answer based on your understanding whether string is immutable or not. You have to answer. Okay. Then 1 minute, guys. Someone has pinged string is not immutable. Please check your answer again. String is not immutable. Okay. Now, this is final class. This is private variable. This is the constructor. Okay. Now, we have to create a method which return its own type. Which return its own type. What is the class name? You know, right? This is method 1. You know minimum common sense. This is your method name. If it is not returning something, void. If it is returning something int, the return type is int. If you are returning string, this is string. But this time you are returning the same class. Class name. Hope you are good. And the variable name. So it is expecting some return statement. Are you comfortable with this structure? This is required. Logic is we are going to add here. What is the requirement to create an immutable class? The class should be final, variable should be private, and there is a method which is returning itself class name. Okay. Now, what is our logic? How to format this? What is our requirement to create immutable class? How you can create immutable class? By creating a final class, keeping the variable private, and method, and method. Method name can be anything, your name, my name, but not class name. Because constructor name and class name is same, not method name. So method is going to return the same class. Okay. Now some logic we are going to write. If it should now, if this dot x equal to what? X. Try to understand. Then do something. Then return this. You understand the example, right? What is mean by difference between this and this keyword? Super keyword. This method, super method. This will, then if you don't know, recall, go to that mem of that particular what? Session or the recording. Where is this and that? Everything is there. Hope you are understanding this example. Read this example. Read this example. Try to understand line by line what we are doing. If you are not understanding, I will explain you. First is final class is required to create an immutable object. Whatever variable name, those are private. No big science is there. You know what is final, what is private. What is constructor? No big science. You know this thing. Science is, logic is here. The method should return the class itself and the variable we are passing inside this. You should be confused with the word this keyword at this moment because we are humans, we forget, right? So this keyword we already explained. It is used to reference the current object with an instance. Okay, now try to observe. Whenever this method will be called, it is expecting some number. Understand the definition. Once we create an object, I am going to use this object. I want to modify the changes. Means what? Where we are modifying? What is the modification means? Means whatever the variable we are going to change, data of the variable, that is something called modification. Na? Who is the variable data inside this object? Only one variable, one means value of x is going to change. That is called modification of test class. When I am creating the object, I am changing the value of x because this is instance variable. So in that case, whenever we are going to change the variable, that time parameterized constructor is called. I have to use this parameterized constructor because I don't have default constructor. Hope you are good with constructor concept also. So whenever I am going to create a test, something test t equal to new test, I cannot use default constructor because there is no default constructor. If there is a default constructor, then won't be any error. But it is parameterized constructor. What it is expecting? It is expecting some value here. Hope you are good. Now try to understand. Means it is useful in our immutable concept. Now, whenever I am calling this method, I want to modify this value. This method I need to pass some value, but already what we have given, test class object, what I am giving, the value of x is 10. But when I am trying to change the value of x, I am calling this value method. The method will be passed here. Value number will be passed here. It will check this dot x equal to x or not. Then return this. Otherwise, it will create a new object. Hope you are good. Now try to see. Now try to see what we are doing. Again, save this, format this. Debugging is very, very important in such scenario. And select all, Control Shift Tab, format this. Can I create one? I already created one object. Okay. Now let me sys out this system dot out dot print ln t dot x. 10 is coming, right? Now I want to change the value of this method. How I can call this method, guys? T dot m1 simple. T dot simple. Method is expecting what? Some number. I am passing some number 11. Keep debugger here. Now first run this program. What will happen? Nothing is coming. Let me print this again. Run a Java application. 2 times 10 is coming, right? No. No. Try to observe. This method is going to return what? Return type we are not printing. M1 is going to return something na test class. How to get the return type of this call? Keep this cursor. We know what is the return type of method one test. Directly I can use test T2. I can use this. But if you don't know return type, how to get, what is the shortcut? Keep cursor here, Alt Shift L. It is going to the required, but variable name you have to correct it. I am giving the variable name T1. T1 is fine, right? Now I will printing T1.x. How I will run this program? With this, you understand this is one object, this is another object. This is not same object. Let me compare the system dot out dot println T double equals T1. False. It means both are different object. Okay? Now, what is the concept here? Try to observe. Come here. We are trying to modify. We are trying to modify the value of x. Are we getting any success in the same object? We are able to change the value from 10 to 11. That is different story. But we are changing the object in different copy. Let me connect my pad. Then I will show you diagrammatically in details. Give me a moment. Now try to observe. One object is created. When the object is created, automatically the variable inside that it will come inside by default value. But by the constructor, we are giving some value 10. What is the variable name? T is the variable name. So we are printing, so 10 is coming. Now we are trying to change the value T dot M1. What is coming here in this object? What we are passing? It is going to call this method first of all. Okay. What we are passing in this x 11 we are passing. What we are passing 11. What is the x value? 11. This dot x is what? We will see this. We will debug this. If these are both values is matching, then it will what? Return. Okay, but what is this value? They are the same. Value of x is what? We are passing here, and this dot x is what? Already 10. Not matching, not returning this. It is coming here. Return new object. It is creating what? New object. New object. This value of x is passed to here. From here, it is going to pass here. A new object is created with this. So returning what? A new object is returning. Means it is going to return this object. This object will be returned, which is nothing but T1. Now we are printing next line what? T1.tx. The object is created now. Here object is created. Automatically this object is created. But object variable we are defining here. So it is nothing but t1. But this variable is what? X is 11. This is t and this is t1. T is not equal to t1. That is why false is coming. This is immutability we are achieving. Try to observe. Come here. Use my cursor. Clear the drawing. Do the debugging. Come here, debugging. Debug as Java application. To understand complex program, always debugging is helpful. No, here also. Here also. Otherwise, what will happen? What will happen? Debugger acts. We want to understand that particular what happened here. Debug as Java application. Okay. Okay. This line is printed because I did main method started. New is coming. T dot x is printed 10. That is fine. Now I am calling this method. What is happening? Try to understand. F6. What I am passing here? 11. I am trying to modify the value of x. Compare this t dot this dot x control shift I. Hope you are understanding what is this. What is mean by this keyword? This keyword means if you are not understanding that time definition, focus this time now to understand this keyword. This keyword is a reference that refers to current object. What is current object? Test class current object. Test class is the created na already. This line is passed means this is created. Inside this, what is the value of x? 10. That's why this dot x, when I am referring, control shift I doing, it is holding what? 10. Now, when this line is called this dot x, what this x is holding? 11. Now, control shift I, what is this value? 11, 10. What is this value? X. 10 equal to x. False. It won't go this block. It will come to this block. Come here. Do F6. It is coming here. What we are giving? Create an object with this value. New object. This object will hold x value is what? 11. This is going to return. Where it is going to return? After this call, it will come to line number 24. Try to observe F6. Perfectly fine. This is done. It is going to return this value F6. This who will catch this object? This T1 is going to catch this object. So now when I have mouse over on T1, see this is holding the this some hash code and x equal to what? 11 in T1. When I am printing this, what is happening? T1x 11. When we are comparing T equal to T1, what is happening? False. Till now we are good, right? Immutable program. What is the condition? Final class, private variable, and the method which return its own class. And you have to apply some logic, which is restricting to change the content of its own object. This is the logic which is not allowing to change the T. If you are changing the, if you are passing the same data, no problem at all. I am passing 10. Now I will, this false will become 2. Now try to observe. Stop this. Now if I am past 10, it is going to check true, right? Because this time this value is 10, x we are passing 10, x we are passing 10. Both are 10, return the current object. What return this means current object. So it is going to return this time also test class, but try to print the hash code, the hash code also. Now let's see. Same hash code are printing, right? For T and T1. The variable name are same, but both variable are pointing to same object na. Because return the same object, return. We are catching that in T1. Same object we are catching. For example, there is a stumper ball. You know cricket, ball is there. I am having this ball. I will throw to you. The ball is in your hand. You are different person. I am different person. But the ball is same na. So T1 is different person. T is different person. Just throwing from one person to another person with the same ball. But when I am changing this 10 to 11, what will happen? Try to see run as Java application. Two different hash code are printing na, which is not same also. So this is how we can achieve immutability. Hope you are good guys. I will share this program to you. I'm stopping my recording.